Okay, Elizabeth. So I took the problem on your paper and just changed the numbers a little bit so that it's still familiar. So let's start. The problem says Terrence has 18 crayons. He puts an equal number in each of 4 boxes. How many crayons are left over? So before you even want to solve it, you have to answer these 3 questions. And I always have kids do this first. What's important information? Okay. In a math problem, it's probably going to be numbers, but not always. So that's not an always rule, but it's a most of the time rule. But we at least do want to circle the numbers that are important. Okay. Terrence has 18 crayons. Okay, well that's the number of crayons they're starting with. So I do think I want to circle that. I think that's going to be an important number, important information. He puts an equal number in each of 4 boxes. Okay. Well, I definitely think the number 4 is important because that's how many groups I'm putting all of his 18 crayons into 4 boxes. So I need to know both of those numbers. But there's another important part that's not a number, okay? It's right here. He puts an equal because I want to know, okay, he has this 18 crayons and he's putting them into boxes, but how do I know how many to go in each box? Well, it has to be an equal amount, the same amount in each box. Okay. How many crayons are left over? So that's what it's asking. So we did this. Check. What operation is it asking for? This is a really hard question, and a lot of times it trips kids up. But you have to understand the basic purpose of each of the operations: subtraction, addition, multiplication, and division. You can assume because you're learning division in your class this is a division problem, but don't always assume that. So let's think about it. Terrence has 18 crayons. Do you remember we talked about our, I'll do it down here. We talked about our fact families. I told you when you start with a big number, it's going to be division, okay? If you're starting with a big number and ending with a small number, it's going to be division, okay? Because you're taking a big group and making it into a small group. So, let's see, starting with 18, he puts an equal number in each of the 4 boxes. Okay, so I know that you're starting with 18 and you're putting them into 4 boxes. Okay, and you're trying to find out how many would be in each box, and you want equal amount. Okay, well, like I said, because I know I'm starting with a big number, I'm going to use division. Okay, that's my big hint. I'm starting with a big number, a big group, and I'm trying to make it into smaller groups. Okay, so now at least I know what operation I want to do. Check. Pick a method to solve. Okay, so I got to find the answer. I've got to solve it and pick a method. I saw that you and your mom did drawing a picture. It's a really, really great method, especially for beginner division problems. But, when you get into bigger problems, like if you had 150 crayons into 27 boxes, that method won't work anymore because that's too time consuming. But for this method, it will work, and then I can show you more of a numerical method as well that will work for bigger problems. So you and your mom had the right idea of picking 4 boxes. Okay, I'm trying to draw and look through the camera, so these aren't the best boxes, and they're not equal boxes, I'm aware, but that's okay. So there's our 4 boxes. Okay. So I need to know put 18 divided by 4. Okay, so I'm going to do 1 into each box. Okay, should probably be keeping track, huh? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, I could do 17, 18, but then I don't have 2 extra for those boxes. So, it said to put equal amounts. Remember our word that we circled? So, I know that each of them is going to have 4. And I'm going to have what we call remainder 2. I'm going to have 2 crayons. Thought they were pencils. 2 crayons left over. So 18 divided by 4, we write the answer as it's 4 remainder 2. Okay. Let me show you a numerical way as well. Okay, there's a couple things. Let's see. I'm going to do check mark here, and I will erase this method. Okay. So there's a couple of ways you can do this. First of all is skip counting, okay? So I'm going to start with 4, okay? And I'm going to skip count by 4s until I get close to 18, but not past. 4, 8, 12, 16. Oh, if I do one more, I'll get to 20, right? But I don't want to go past my 18 number, so I don't want to go to 20. So I'm going to stop. How many groups of 4 did I count? I skip counted 4 times. So that tells me the fact family we're working with is 4 times 4 is 16. Okay? But of course, 18 is our answer. So I know that the answer would be 4 because I skip counted 4 times and got to 16, but to get to 18, I need 2 more. Okay? So skip counting is a method as well. Ultimately, the method that will serve you the best is knowing your multiplication facts, knowing those fact families we talked about. Okay? So if you know 18 divided by 4, that the closest thing you know in the 4 fact family is 16, then you would kind of do a little bit of estimation, and you know this fact family, you have that memorized, so you know that because this is plus 2, 16 plus 2 is 18. That's going to be 4 groups plus 2, remainder 2. Okay? So, there you have it. You could do a picture, you can do skip counting, or you can use your fact families, use your multiplication facts, your knowledge of that. Okay, let me know if you have any questions. Good night.